Hey there, beautiful people. How are you this beautiful Tuesday afternoon? Hopefully, it's nice where you are. And hey, even if it isn't, it's all good. So, today we're going to talk about changing direction. So, when you're stuck and you don't know what to do, how do you change direction? So, I'm going to give you some tips to find the right way to go, the right direction to go in your life. Okay. So, number one, we're going to draw the line. We're going to stop or differentiate between thinking and weighing pros and cons and then overthinking. So, while taking the time to think about big life decisions, of course, it's important, but overthinking will lead to paralysis, deferred decision making, self-doubt, and ultimately inaction. We just don't do anything. And the worst thing about worse than making a bad decision, I think, is making no decisions sometimes because we don't do things out of fear. So with every obstacle that comes up, ask yourself if it's a genuine concern, or am I using this as an excuse to not follow my passions because I feel scared of, and then fill in the blank, right? Okay, so your next tip is to take action. So, finding the right direction in life is not something that just happens to you, it's something you create. So, if you caught my live from last Tuesday, and if you didn't, go back, it was a good one, um, about timing is everything, how everybody were just waiting for the perfect time to, I don't know, buy a house, have a baby, start that business, start our health journey. So, go back and listen to that, okay? So, that'll make sense, and it also connects to what I'm saying today. So at some point, you're going to have to stop thinking, overthinking, and take action. So you jump in. And one of the main reason why people don't take action is because they're scared. They're scared of messing things up. They're scared of it not being perfect, of not working out, and then realizing ultimately that they made a wrong decision and then feeling stupid about it. So also remember, you have permission to change your mind. Just because you decide to do something, go down one particular path at this time, doesn't mean you're locked in for life. It means you're courageous, you jumped, you did it, and if it doesn't work out, you can change direction again. Okay, there is nothing here is written in stone. You're not locked in forever. So once you realize that, hopefully that will take out some of the fear from your emotions. So don't worry about it being the actual right decision. You have permission to change your mind, to analyze as you go, to course correct, right? I think I've told you guys this before, but a spaceship, when it takes off to go to the moon or in space, it course corrects more often than not, right? So you just go and just constantly course correct. It's very rare that our path in life, like if we're here and we make a decision to go here, it's never a straight line, okay? It's going to be like, but hopefully you wind up hopefully you wind up here, but not before some dips, turns, it's like a roller coaster with loops. You get the idea. So just because you take action doesn't mean you're committed to that path forever. If it doesn't work out, no big deal. So um, take action. Okay, it's better than just living in paralysis and because you're just scared. So trust your instincts. Our gut feelings often help us a lot. Um, I know it's like this lifelong debate whether we should trust our gut or not, but I think at some point we do need to trust our gut. Your instincts are not going to lead you astray, like most of the time. It's very rare that your gut will lead you astray. So rather than view this as a justification for overthinking, use it as a learning experience that will better your attitude with your gut instincts for the next time. All right, next, notice what makes you happy. What brings joy to your life? If you know your current life decision is just not filling your cup, it's not bringing you joy, it's time for some self reflection, self research to figure out, where do you feel most alive? Where do you feel most enthusiastic? Where do you feel like you're adding value? Ask yourself what activities present a positive challenge or makes you just feel alive and it just lights you up and suddenly you're just not tired and you have energy and you can bounce out of bed at 5 a.m. and do it, as opposed to just dragging yourself out of bed to do something. Like when you focus on what lights you up, you're going to find when you focus on that, you'll have more energy. Okay. So, discover your strengths is next. We all have individual strengths. Yes, you do. So, and but sometimes it's hard to identify them because we've actually lived with them for so long that they've just become second nature to us, and we're not aware of them. So, a good exercise: grab a friend, call a friend, text her. Right after this video, text one of your best friends. In fact, put on like a group thread, text 5 people and say, hey, this is a really silly question, but this is homework. So this is your homework. This was homework given to me by Fran, and she wants to know what you think my strengths are. Okay. Your friends are going to tell, like, they're going to like just tell you right off the bat, and you'll be like, really? That's a strength? So, yes, test me on that. That's your homework. So, ask your friends. They'll give you a lot of awareness. And also, there's probably some online quizzes out there. You can Google them as well. But I think it's probably faster just to ask your circle of friends or even family members. So that's your homework after this video. But next, you're going to focus on your values. So just as we have individual strengths, we also have a set of core values that are deeply important to how we live our lives. The more we're living in alignment with our values, the happier we're going to be. If we're not conscious of what these values are, then we're just really all over the place. We're not going to necessarily make the best decisions regarding our life's direction. So you need to get in touch with your values, your must-haves, things you will not compromise on, and then narrow down the top. That I would say make a list of 10 values, and then narrow down the top 3 that really resonate with you. And then once you're aware of them, you're better equipped to make more important decisions, because you can see, all right, if I make this decision in life, does it align with my values? For instance, if one of your core values is spending intentional time with your family and not being on social media, not looking at your phone all the time, then you are not going to maybe take a job of being a moderator in a group with 10,000 people, where you just have to be on Facebook all the time. So that decision, when held up against your core values, will help you make that decision better. Okay. So next, surround yourself with supportive people. I know you've heard that before, but it's really true. Who you surround yourself with, you're going to mimic. I think they say 5 of your closest friends, you'll be about the same income as them. You'll be about the same as weight as them, the same motivation. Like if your friends don't work out and eat healthy, odds are you're probably not going to either. If your friends are all cool with just laying around playing video games and they don't want to read a personal development book, odds are you're not going to stay on your personal development path for very long. Okay, so, and I'm not saying dump your friends, but I'm saying you might need to find some better friends, maybe for this season in life. So find yourself or surround yourself with more supportive people. Sometimes that may mean hiring a coach. That's okay. I have had lots of coaches in my life. Lots. I have had, I'm a personal trainer. My background is I have my personal trainer certification. I had a gym. I also, at the same time, hired a personal trainer. So don't ever think that you're beyond getting help from somebody. Like you can always get help. There's always somebody who's like 2 to 3 steps ahead of you. Don't look for somebody who's maybe 1,000 steps ahead of you, because that can make you seem like, oh gosh, I could never do this. It's so far away. It's just out of my reach. So you might be better off with finding somebody who's just 5 to 10 steps ahead of you. Okay. Because then it's like, oh, all right, I can do that. So it gives you that belief. So coaching, awesome. I have a coaching program. If you want more information on that, FrancineRivera.com. If not, again, find a supportive group of friends. There are tons of Facebook groups. There's a Facebook group for everything these days. You can find supportive people. Don't use that as an excuse if you just don't have them in your immediate life, in your immediate circle. Go online and find them. All right, so that is all my tips that I have for you today to change direction. So I'm not going to say it's easy, but it's easier than you think to change direction, to be someplace that you just different than where you're at now. So don't feel that you're stuck. It's okay not to be okay, but don't unpack and live there. Okay, there's always a way out. Don't use excuses as an excuse. They're well planned lies. Yes, there are hurdles. Find your support. Focus on your core values. Channel your inner strength with your support system. Get over those hurdles, okay, and change direction. You can do this. You are worth it, my friend, and I will see you next Tuesday. Thank you.